All right, this is CNN Tonight. I'm Chris Cuomo, in for the one and only Don Lemon. So as America prepares for Thanksgiving, the president seems to have thankfulness on his mind as well, specifically the feeling that he was not thanked by the father of one of 3 UCLA basketball players that he helped to get out of China after allegations of shoplifting. The father involved is no ordinary parent. His name is LeVar Ball, the big talking attention seeker who dismissed the president's efforts to CNN. The president taking the bait when Mr. Ball, told ESPN that he didn't think it was a big deal. The president called him, quote, very ungrateful. So the table is now set for what could be an epic clash of smack talkers. Tonight, LeVar Ball is here, and he has a message for the president. Mr. Ball, thank you for taking the opportunity.
No problem.
Did you ever think that you would be on CNN discussing geopolitics and the President of the United States?
Never in my wildest dreams.
So, as we live this dream, let's discuss how we got here. Your son was with UCLA. They're playing ball over in China. They get detained with allegations that they stole merchandise from a store. The president finds out about it. He, of course, is in China. He's meeting with President Xi. He gets involved. The boys are released. They get to come back home, which was never a certainty until he got involved. He says that
Well, how do you know it? How do you know it wasn't involved before I even knew that? I mean, he didn't even know they was over there and like that. Okay, what was the reason for him going over there in the first place?
The president was in China to meet with the president of China and discuss trade matters, but he certainly was informed
And that's
about the
before-
boys when he was in China, and that's why he got involved, he says.
Okay, he didn't get involved till he got to China?
I don't understand
So
your
he
question.
wasn't going over there beforehand?
He was going
question
over
what I'm
there
trying
beforehand.
To say is,
What are you trying to say?
It wasn't like he was in the U.S. and said, okay, there's 3 kids in China, I need to go over there and get them.
Okay.
That wasn't a thought process.
All right,
Okay.
right.
What we're talking about right now is a lot of stuff about my son just because his last name is Ball. We're not even talking about the other 2 kids.
Well, to be
right
honest,
now
we're talking
me
about
not
your
saying
son.
Thank you.
We're talking about your son.
I'm talking about my son too.
Right, but we're talking about your
Right.
son because of you and what you said. This isn't
Because of
picking on
me.
your son. It's because of how you
Okay,
inserted
what did I
yourself
say?
into this and seemed to
nobody said we picking
disrespect
about
the president's
my son.
efforts.
It's when somebody asks me a question, that's not disrespectful if I feel nobody did anything. I don't have to say go around saying thank you to everybody. I mean,
You don't have to go around saying
he didn't
thank
call
you to
me.
everybody.
I didn't
True.
shake his hand. He didn't have to say that, but I'm just saying, if I have to know what somebody's doing before I say thank you. I'm just not gonna go around saying thank you.
All right, so
Now,
let's.
you come and shake my hand and meet me or meet my son or anybody, and then say, you know what, maybe I can help you out.
All
Okay,
right.
let's do it that way. But just because people say things, you know, it's supposed to be true. Like, hey, I stopped them from saving 10 years. Maybe we was doing some talking with some other people before he even got there. So
All right,
I'm saying there's a lot of other matters to go around for the president to deal with that's political.
All right, let's take one
I mean,
step
as far
back.
as me, let me deal with my son and let him do what he's going to do.
All right, Mr. Ball, let's take one step back because you seem to have doubts about what the president did. You said you were talking to people.
No, I don't have no doubts about what he did. I got doubts of what he didn't do. How's that?
You have doubts not about
So what I'm
he
saying
did,
is,
but what he didn't
hey,
do.
I'm gonna tell you this: if I'm coming to get you,
Yes.
if I'm coming to get you, let's say I'm coming to get you out of trouble. If I'm coming to get you out of trouble, you best believe I'm gonna take you with me. So if I come over here and say, "Excuse me, sir, whoever, can you do something for this kid or this person and allow me to take them with me?" That's if I'm doing something for somebody.
All right, so
I'm not
let's-
gonna come over there.
let's
and
just get
say,
right to it. So-
let's be a little lenient on it, but I'm out of here.
All right, is what you're saying that because the president of the United States didn't bring the boys home with him, he therefore didn't do enough? Or do you think
no,
he
I'm
really
not
didn't
saying
do
that.
anything?
I didn't say nothing about him. I didn't say nothing
I know,
about
but
him.
you're kind of like
He's the
talking
one who
about him
said
without
he
saying
saved
his
the
name.
kids.
I'm just trying to clear
I mean,
up the
I'm
confusion.
coming back home and I'm just saying anything. There ain't no confusion.
There's a lot of confusion.
It's just somebody asked me a question and I gave us a lot of confusion to you.
It's
Ain't
a
no
lot of confusion to me. It is. That's why I needed you on. Do you think
Why is
the
it
president
why is
helped?
it confusing?
Because I don't
Are you
understand what you're
concerned?
saying. I am concerned. Did you think that the president
That's
helped the
because you have
boys get
to
out?
listen very slowly, carefully.
I'm trying.
Did he
Do
help
you-
the boys get out? I don't know.
Why do you doubt
I don't
it?
know. If I was going to thank somebody, I'd probably thank President Xi.
President Xi.
I thank him. He's in China. He's the head of
True.
The president in China.
True. And the president of the United States said that you should thank him.
Somebody can make a suggestion, and somebody could do something. You got people that make suggestions. You got people that do things.
I just don't
But
understand
just
your
because a lot of
skepticism
people
about
be
it.
like, hey, why don't you be a little lenient? What is the skepticism about? Why are we even talking about this with all these political matters going on in the world?
Well, but this is the one that concerns your
You know,
involvement.
somebody's going to go and tweet, and my involvement is always going to be with my son, but I don't have to deal with everybody around me.
I
I just got to
understand
make
that.
sure he's taken care of.
But the president-
But there's a lot of people that can go around and say, LeVar, this is what I did for your son. I did this for your son. I did this. He'd never be where he was if I didn't do this for him. I'm not trying to hear all that.
I know, but there's
I'm just
a
saying,
difference
when you go over
between.
there, what are we talking about? We're
Hold on,
talking
LeVar,
about
there's a difference between
a president
some-
doing something for my son.
Yes, that's what we're talking about. We got it. Now we're on the same page.
Okay.
So the president.
What did he do for my son?
The president says that he spoke to the Chinese president. He says that the boys
Okay,
were
that was nice.
informed
That was nice.
that the involvement of the president of the United States mattered, and that then he wanted some thanks, and instead you said, what was he, Trump, over there for? Don't tell me nothing.
He wanted some thanks.
Everybody
He
wants to
wanted
make
some
it seem
thanks
like
from
he
who?
helped me out.
I mean, you trying to make it sound like that. I'm just saying.
That's what you said.
I didn't meet Winnie face to face. I know exactly what I said, but you buffing it up like you said that you don't want to say thank you to nobody. No, come
Is that
meet
how
me
I
like
sound?
a man, shake
I was
my
trying
hand,
to
and
say
tell
it
me
much
what
more
you've done for
evenly
me.
than that. I was trying to be much more even. I don't
Well,
want to. I'm not trying to
I
add
know how
tone
you were
to it.
trying to say it, but that's okay.
I'm trying to say
you're
with
trying
an
to add tone
even
to it, because
tone.
that's what you do.
No. What I try to
Hey, you
do
can't
is try
say
to
it with an
figure
even
out
tone.
what's going on, LeVar. Why would you push back on the president?
You can open your eyes and see what's going on. I'm not saying nothing to the president. I'm not just saying thank you to anybody for nothing. I'm just saying I had some things done. I talked to some people that did some other things too.
Who?
And it's, like I said, people trying to, it doesn't matter.
Sure it does.
I mean, it's not big names like you're thinking of. So like I'm saying, people are saying, and I said it wasn't a big deal that my son was shoplifting and nothing like that. I'm saying like this, it wasn't a big deal because being raised in South Central LA, I've seen harsher things. I've seen 16 and 17-year-old kids have to go to jail for life that were my friends, doing bad things, making bad decisions. I mean, doing stuff that's harming people.
Right, but do
The
you
way I looked at
understand
it
why when
was,
people see
okay,
these
he
allegations and you say
shoplifted,
it's not a big deal?
He wasn't physical. We returned it. He fessed up to it. It wasn't like he was like, nah, I didn't take him. I mean, nobody got hurt. He didn't run in there with the assumption of, hey, I can't wait till I get to China because I'm going to get some good stuff. It was an impulse thing, a bad decision at a bad time. That's all it was. For an 18-year-old who never done anything wrong, never been late to class, 4.0 student, I don't think people were going to demean him over one bad decision concerning that it was victimless. He didn't grab nobody's arm. He didn't do nothing. He tried to slide something away, understood what he did, but it's not going without punishment. But I don't think you should come down on a kid for making one mistake like that at 18 years old. That's why I
don't
thought
think that
things
what
would
we're
be
seeing in
okay.
the coverage of this is that the boys are being demonized for what they did. There's no question that there are much worse crimes than shoplifting.
It doesn't matter.
But shoplifting does matter. And in China,
it's
you
still
go
a crime.
to jail
It's just
for
like
it.
people said in China. But listen, you go to jail.
In fact, you could go to
if you
jail
do it in
here
the USA,
for it.
and you get caught. People try to make they try to make it a big deal, like they're saying.
Well, it is kind of a big
you
deal.
shoplift
You
in
can go to
China,
jail.
boy, that's big time. You going to jail? You can go to jail anywhere you take anything. So that's the point that shouldn't even be said.
I know, but
it's
in
saying
China,
if you got something and you want it, you shouldn't just go and steal
Hold on
it.
a second.
You can go to Africa or somewhere and do the same thing. Anywhere you go in somebody else's country, yes, it's going to be a little deeper than where you thought it was.
all right.
And, that's a fine thing, but we already got that point across.
All right, so let's put the boys aside. We know what they did. You say that they apologized.
Okay.
That's good. Now,
Right.
they
Yes.
were in a place
Yes.
that didn't need to let them go. And they could have been held for a long time.
They were in a place that didn't let him go. He said he
Didn't
got him
need
out
to
of
let
jail,
them
right?
go.
He said, you heard what he tweeted. He tweeted, because he's mad at me, I should have left their asses in jail. First
Yep.
of all, they wasn't in jail. They was in a hotel. Now, how'd they get to the hotel on bail?
Did
Somebody
you
had
make
to
that
do
happen?
something. Somebody had to do something.
Did you do it?
I'm just telling you somebody had to do it.
I know.
Did he do it?
I'm asking you, did you do it?
I'm asking you. I'm asking you, did he do it?
He says he helped get them out of China.
Okay, if he paid for the money to put up whatever we needed to do, then I would say thank you. Did he do that?
So that's the bar? If he doesn't put up bail for the boys, then he doesn't deserve thanks? Come on.
No, it's not if he didn't put up bail. He said he helped. How'd he help? If he helped, I would say thank you.
He says he spoke to the president of China and that was relayed to you and the boys, that you were told that he helped.
So anybody who speaks to the president, I should thank anybody who speaks to the president?
No, but this is the president of the United States who spoke to the Chinese president. That's not just anybody. You know what kind of power he has. I don't get why you're hiding from this.
Who's just not anybody?
I don't get why you're ducking this, to be honest with you.
From nothing.
I don't understand.
If I was ducking this, I wouldn't even be here talking to you.
Well,
you seem like I'm ducking, but I don't duck nobody.
You're talking around it. You're talking around it.
You don't understand it.
Why couldn't you just say thank you to the president? Your son said thank you.
Why are you talking around it?
I'm talking right at it.
How much intel do you have on the situation? Were you there?
I was not there.
I can't hear you. Okay, then. Unless you were there, then you can talk to me.
You can hear.
I was there.
You don't have to be there.
I was there in China.
I understand.
know you weren't there, though. But you see,
but hold on a second. LeVar Ball, you were there, but you don't know.
I was there.
I know you were.
I do know what I did.
Do you think the president helped?
Okay.
Do you think the president helped?
Do I think the president helped?
Yes.
I don't know.
So do you think he would be lying about helping?
You can say what you want. I didn't see him talk. I don't care and I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm not going to say nothing I don't know and I don't see and I don't hear.
So the president of the United States says he helped, and you say if you didn't see it, you didn't hear it, you don't believe it.
Hey, if he said he helped, that's good for his mind.
What do you mean good for his mind?
But why I even got to say that? If you help, you shouldn't have to say anything. If you help, you shouldn't have to. If I help somebody, I don't walk around saying, you know, I helped you now. Come on now, you give me some love. I helped you. Man, come on, for real?
All right.
Somebody told me about the tweet a couple of days ago. I don't even tweet. I'm just saying, why is that on your mind? All this stuff going on, and that's on your mind that a father didn't say thank you? And you're supposed to be the head of, you're the head of the U.S.? Come on.
Okay. Fair criticism. The president
doing.
Is asking for thanks. You can criticize that. Should
what
he be doing that? Should he not be doing
that? I'm just stating the point that I'm saying is there's a lot of other things that's going on,
No
man.
question about it.
Let him do his political affairs and let me handle my son, and let's just stay in our lane.
But he thinks that he did something for the boys and he should be thanked, and instead you took a shot at him.
That's fine. If he thinks it, I ain't took a shot at him.
You did.
Somebody asked me a question, man. I gave him my opinion, but I ain't taking no shot at the president for what?
It sounded like you were taking a shot at the president. It sounded like it.
Hey, I mean,
it did.
You can sound like that because you want it to be like that, but it's not. But why would it sound like that? That's because you want to take it that way so you can have some news
and I can get on here and talk to you and keep you going. You won't say thank you. Hey, thanks. Your son said thank you. The other guys said thank you, so you say thanks. Thanks for helping me.
I'm not the other guys, though. I'm not the other guys. I'm doing something else. I'm not the other guys.
What do you see? I agree with you. You're not the other guys. I think you are
trying to round something up, and that's okay. That's part of your job.
I think
but I don't get easily tussled like that.
I think you are. I think you're very clever. I see your big smile on your face.
Are you going to say thank you to me?
I'm going to say thank you at the end of this interview. I will thank you. I guarantee it.
No. Are you going to say thank me now?
I guarantee it. You know why?
Are you going to thank me now?
You know why?
Are you going to thank me now?
Not yet. You haven't earned it yet.
Why are you going to thank me?
Haven't earned it yet.
But no. Why are you not going to thank me?
Haven't earned it yet.
Thank me right now.
When you earn it, I'll thank you. We're still short on it. We're still short. Your son said thank you for helping him get out of China.
Can you say thank you, Mr. LeVar Ball?
I will thank you at the end of the interview.
Can you say thank you, Mr. LeVar Ball, for having this?
Listen.
How about we do it now? I just want to hear it.
You know what? I'll show you what.
I just want to hear it now.
Just to be decent, just because it's a nice thing to do.
Yeah.
Mr. Ball, thank you
for being here with me
on CNN tonight. Don Lemon thanks you from wherever he is.
How hard was that?
And in fact, Don Lemon should thank me for talking to you on his show right now.
Hey, why are you thanking me, though, just to say thank you?
Wait, hold on. Will you thank me back?
I'm just saying, why are you thanking me? Give me a couple of reasons.
Will you thank me back first?
Give me a couple of reasons why you're thanking me.
First, thank me back.
I'm just asking, give me a couple of reasons. I got to know why you just thanking me. You just can't say thank you and thank you.
You took time to be on this show.
Me to be quiet.
There are other things you could have done.
But I'm just saying, yes.
That's why I'm thanking you.
And, come on. And that's why you're thanking me.
It doesn't take much to say thank you. Why won't you say thank you to the president?
It doesn't make, well, if somebody does something for you, then you say thank you.
Somebody did something for you.
If that's your opinion that he's done for me, okay. I would say thank you if he would have put him on his plane and took him home. Then I would have said, thank you, Mr. Trump, for taking my boys out of China and bringing them back to the U.S. There's a lot of room on that plane. I would have said thank you kindly for that.
So because he
But
didn't take them
just
home
what
on the
people
plane,
say-
no thank you.
Well, I'm just saying, that's how I would say thank you. I'm just saying, you might say thank you a different way. You just say thank you like it's
No,
just
you-
any kind
it's
of
not
word.
how you'll
don't
say
mean
thank
nothing
you,
behind
it's
your thank you.
when you'll
I
say
can tell.
thank you.
I can tell you don't mean nothing about it.
That's
'Cause
not
I can
true.
tell
When
by
I
the
say
tone of
thank you, I
voice.
mean
You
it.
change back and forth.
I mean it.
Well, hey, don't get so excited now.
When I say
Hey,
thank
don't
you,
mean
I
it
mean
like
it.
that. Come on.
I mean it. When I say thank
no,
you, I mean
don't.
it.
No, you don't. You know how I can tell?
Tell me.
You know how I can tell?
Tell me.
I ain't gonna tell you because I'm gonna let you figure it out on your own. I got you. I got
That
you.
was good. That was good. I'll give you that.
A little laughter never hurt nobody.
But with
a little
me,
laughter never hurt
with
nobody,
me, it's
man.
one thing. With the President of the United States,
Yes.
I think you are enjoying
Hey,
this back
but
and
why are
forth.
you
But
so-
my
why are you
question
so
is, are
adamant?
you worried you've taken on
But
too big an opponent?
Let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question. He's not an opponent because I don't know Trump like that. I haven't done nothing to him. He hasn't done anything to me. So I don't consider him an opponent. I just consider him a human being and the President of the United States.
Well,
That's it. That's his
all
title.
of that is true.
My title is LeVar Ball, the big baller, the CEO of the Big Baller brand. We just got our titles like that. But we still both men and we both human. But I'm not going to go out and be like, if a person doesn't say something to me or for me, I'm not going to tweet. I'm not going to do all that.
But you
for
do.
What? I mean, is it that big of a deal?
You do feel.
But is it that big of a deal though?
I think
I'm just
that
asking you, is
it
that-
has
that big of a
become
deal?
a
If
big
it's a
deal
huge big deal-
because the president responded, and it seems like you're in a little bit of a war of words with the most powerful man in the world.
Why would I be in war with a guy with the most powerful man in the world?
That's my question. Why would you take on Donald Trump after he helped your kid?
I don't know. What do you mean take on Donald Trump? Take on him for what?
That's
what are we doing for each other?
That's a good question. I know what he did for you.
What are we doing for each other?
And instead of saying thank you,
What did he do
you
for
took
me?
a shot at him.
What did he do for me?
He helped get your son out of China, where he could have been in jail for a long time.
What about some other? Why was he going to be in jail for a long time?
Because he stole something,
How long
according
do
to
you
the
think he was
Chinese
gonna be in jail
authorities.
for?
Could have been a long time.
Okay, but
Carries
the Chinese
a minimum of 3
authorities
years.
was like, you know what? He's okay. He has so much character in 18 years that he's allowed to have a pass for that.
That's your son.
One bad decision at a time.
And he
That's
said thank
exactly
you to
my
the President
thought.
of the United
That's what I
States,
know.
something his father didn't want to do. What kind of
Who didn't want to do that?
what kind of example does that give your son?
Is that to my son? I'll tell you what type of example it is. You know where my boy's at right now? Because of me. Because I spent all that time and love for him. Don't come in one time and think you did something for my son. He's 19, about to be 19 years old.
It's a big one
That's a
time,
lot
though,
of
if he's in
years.
jail in
Hey,
China.
I
It's
tell
not
you
like
what,
he's some
I taught all
AAU
my
coach
boys-
saying,
is he
I
in
taught him
jail?
how to come off
Is
the
he
pick.
in jail?
You know?
Is he in jail?
Not anymore.
I taught him how to be exactly how he is, a respectful young man. That's what he is.
You
Now,
think you're
can
being
say what you
respectful
want,
to the
but
President of the United
You can't
States?
find no bad stuff about him.
You think you're being
I'm being
respectful to
very
the President?
respectful. I haven't said anything bad about him.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, most definitely. I am. Yes.
You said who?
I ain't said
What
nothing
was
bad
he
to
over
him.
there for? Don't tell me
I can
nothing.
say who
Everybody
to
wants to make
anything.
it seem like he helped me out. Disrespectful.
Like I said, if somebody's talking to me, don't tell me nothing. I don't like people talking to me. When I say don't tell me nothing, that means just leave me alone. That means stay in your lane. Leave me alone. Let me go my way. You go your way. That's what it means. And you taking it to a whole different level. You act like you. What's your last name? Are you
Cuomo.
Trump's brother? You want me to thank you?
You don't
That's
have
what
to
I'm
thank
saying.
me.
You kind of
I
adamant
didn't
about
get,
this.
I didn't
like
get
you
your son
taking it
out
to
of
a
jail
whole
in
nother
China.
level.
You don't have to thank me. I didn't
Right.
get your son out of jail.
But how many people did get? How many people put their sources together to get him out?
I don't know.
of the
You
US?
tell me. I
Maybe he
keep
talked
asking
for
you. You
himself.
won't
Maybe
answer.
Hey, but I'll tell you the things. I'll tell you the things I do know he did. I know he apologized and wrote a sincere letter. I'm talking about my son.
Your son did the
to
right
get
thing in
himself
the situation in terms of
Yes.
apologies.
He did
Nobody's
the right
saying
thing.
anything else.
Exactly, and that's what he does.
I know, it's
so
you
don't
I'm
worry
talking
about what's
about.
going on outside. The people that's involved, those are the ones who have to be understanding of what's going on and who helped them, whatever like that.
Yeah, you're
but me
one of
on
those
the
people.
outside, no. I know I helped my son get out of U.S. Out of China. How's that?
You think you helped more than the President of the United States?
Yeah, I had some people that had boots on the ground that knew the situation when we first jumped on there. So I keep those people in mind.
You think you would have
That
gotten
helped
him out
me
of
out.
China without the
And
President's
best
help?
believe, I talked to enough people. I talked to enough people that I said thank you to, face to face.
So
and they didn't come around. I tell you what, I say thank you when I see something. I don't thank you because just people because it's talking and say I did this, I did that.
So if the president invited you to the White House, would you say thank you then?
Heck yeah, if he invited me to the White House, I would thank him for inviting me to the White House.
Would you thank him for getting your son out of China?
If you invited me to your house, I say thank you for. I say thank you for getting me to your house. That's like how polite I am towards people.
But
if you invite me somewhere and you do something nice to me, I'm going to say thank you.
I think you've made this way more difficult than you needed to.
Thank you kindly, sir.
I think you've made this more difficult than you needed to, and you wound up provoking the President of the United States.
You know what? You making this more difficult. LeVar didn't say thank you to the President.
You didn't.
So that makes me a bad person?
No, I'm just saying you didn't thank him.
Just swim on this?
And it doesn't make any sense why you won't thank him.
Did you thank the doctor for bringing you into this world? Well, you better go back and find him because you lucky. Yeah, look at it.
Listen.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You need somebody like me to loosen you up a little bit. Because you wound up tight.
I am. The president calls me a chained lunatic.
See? Is that what the president calls you?
Yeah, you and I are probably going to wind up in the same column in terms of people who get on the wrong side of the president. But I think you earned it.
No. We can't earn it like that. We didn't do nothing to nobody, man.
All I'm saying is
we're both having a good time here and trying to get a little intellect. All I'm saying is this is fun to you. I can tell.
Look, it's interesting. I'll give you that.
It's okay. You know what?
LeVar Ball.
You know what? It's got to be interesting.
You make it interesting. I'll give you that.
I like the way you keep saying my whole name, man. Hey, you know what? You can just loosen up and call me LeVar now. We've been on this thing for a long time. I do feel
like we've gotten to know each other. I'm going to be honest. I do feel we got a little bit of a bond now.
Just say, hey, LeVar.
A little bit.
Because you know I'm going to call you, hey, Chris.
You can call me Chris whenever you want. My friends call me Mo. You can call me Mo if you want. I'll give you that.
Hey, why they call you Mo?
Quo
don't be having
Mo.
no alias, man. I want to know your real name.
Why.
I don't be talking about looking for Chris, and then they talking about you talking about Mo.
It's not that deep, LeVar. It's Quo Mo. That's all. Don't overthink it. But here's what we learned.
Oh, that's where the Mo came from? Chris Mo?
Quo Mo, not Chris Mo.
Hey, man,
Quo Mo. LeVar, get your head straight.
Chromo. Like Chromo, like Google. Like the Google Chrome. I get it, Chromo.
All right, that's
your hip-hop name in the hood, huh? Now I see how you get around.
LeVar Ball, thank you for coming on CNN tonight. I appreciate you taking the time.
Hey, Chris Mo, thank you for having me on here, man. I appreciate you. Chromo.
I'm laughing at something else. I'm not laughing at you.
I'll send you some big baller.
That was too weak a joke.
Baller merch.
Send it to me because it's too expensive. I can't afford it.
Baller Brown.
Send it on. We'll give it to charity.
I want to send you some stuff, man. I'm gonna send you some stuff. You can give it to charity. Put it around your neck, choking on your head. Do what you want.
LeVar Ball.
But it's your big baller gear, and you're gonna be a big baller forever.
LeVar Ball, the best to you and your family for Thanksgiving. The best to your boys, and the best to your wife as well. Okay.
Hey, you have a great Thanksgiving. Hey, and I got a message for you.
What is it?
Tell Donald Trump to have a great Thanksgiving, because Big Baller is.
I hope you're thankful for him. Take care.
I'm thankful for everybody doing Thanksgiving. It's November.
Be well. Happy Thanksgiving. All right.
All right. Take care. Take care.
When we come back, President Trump has a lot on his plate. He's got North Korea. He's got the GOP tax bill. He's got Roy Moore. And he's got the big baller. So why in the face of all of that is the president dealing with the man who was just on your screen? We'll discuss it seriously when we come back.